community members to have to benefit from this live session. That's why I just kept quiet, because I was trying to set up the live. I can see you. I can see you. Blessing Chigbu from Gambia. Wow, Blessing. It's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. What time is it now in Gambia? What time is it? Nestana, I see you've joined. You're welcome. You're welcome. Blessing, what time is it in Gambia now? What time is it in Gambia? What time is it? Guys, if you just joined in, it's Josephine Greatness on Josephine Greatness TV. And today, the topic on board is the long awaited topic, which is how to migrate to Finland as a nurse or midwife, to practice in your nursing or midwifery profession, to practice in your nursing or midwifery profession. And it's 4 p.m. So Gambia is in the same time zone with Ghana. I am originally from Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian, but currently practicing as a midwife in the United Kingdom. Blessing. It's good to have you joining. If you just joined in, you're welcome. On YouTube, today the topic we are going to be discussing is how to migrate to Finland as a nurse or midwife. So if you just joined in, stay if you're a nurse, or if you know any nurse who is interested, who has a dream of working elsewhere apart from their home country. That's if they are not already in Finland, and they want to benefit from the information we are going to be sharing today. Do well to tell them to join in. All right. Um, yeah. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you are hitting on the subscription button. And yeah, it is Josephine Greatness on Josephine Greatness TV. We are going to be zooming into the topic in a while, not too much of a time. We are going to be zooming in very, very soon. Today, I've got a guest. I've invited a guest here who is going to be discussing the topic with me. We are going to go through the step by step guide. I know that the topic we've popped on there didn't have how to study nursing or midwifery as a healthcare professional or as a nurse or midwife if you are an international student. But then I've got some questions on that as well that we are going to be talking about. So if it is your dream to work in Finland as a nurse or midwife, or it is your dream to study nursing or midwifery in Finland, this live session is yours, so you should stay. Okay, so I can see Precious Benjamin on YouTube asking, please break it down. Says, I'm a registered nurse midwife from Nigeria and very much interested. Yes, very well. Blessing, Precious Benjamin. That is the reason why we are here. So you should stay on this live session. All right. Just stay tuned. We just started. We literally started, and we are going to be going through the step by step guide very soon in a minute. So please stay tuned. You are going to benefit from it. So I've got Neske will be here with me. No, it's all right. You can have that place. Welcome. KLB, are you ready? Yeah, I've got KLB in the guest seat here with me, who is going to go through the step by step guide with us all. All right. So, Precious, just stay tuned. You are going to get all the information you need. And along the line, if you've got a question, further questions to the steps that we will be discussing here, you can still pop it in the comment section, and we will handle that. So you have to, if you just joined in, just stay tuned. Hello, I'm ready. So when you are. Yeah. I'll be appreciating. Ms. KLB, thank you so much for honoring my invitation today. I really appreciate your time. Right. How are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I am just about settling, and I think I am okay. Okay, wonderful. Why do I keep on following this account? Wonderful, great. So, guys, as I already mentioned, NSKLB is a colleague nurse with me here in the United Kingdom, but he has got insight in how to migrate to Finland as a nurse or midwife. So we how the whole thing is going to go is as usual, we are going to go through the step-by-step guide, and then at a point in between, I'll be looking through the comment section to see if you guys have got any question both on YouTube and here on TikTok, and we will be handling those questions. And then to wrap up everything, we will allow you guys, those of you who want to join the guest seat, to ask your questions. You can join the guest seat on the live session on TikTok to ask your questions. So at any point, if you feel ready to request to join the guest seat, you can always request it any point in the live session, and I'll be happy to allow you onto the guest seat. So next KLB, let's go straight into the questions. Can you please briefly introduce yourself and explain how you became familiar with the nursing and caregiving migration process to Finland?
Okay, so maybe I should put on my camera so that people will see
Yeah,
me.
so that people will see you. Yeah,
Maybe
that
I know
would
my
help.
cash.
Thank you.
Can okay, let me see.
Yeah. Guys, if you just joined in, you're welcome. Today, the topic is what you see on the screen, how nurses and midwives can migrate to Finland to work in their healthcare profession. And as well, I think we'll talk a little bit about if you're a carer, if you want to do it as a carer as well. Great. You are in your office.
You know my house here, so my studio has been hijacked.
Has been taken over.
Yeah, so my second office now is being in the car.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Neskeobi, I was asking, can you briefly introduce yourself and explain how you became familiar with the nursing and midwifery, migration process to Finland?
Yeah, so my name is Manuel. You can also call me Kwame. And I prefer to be called KLB as well. So you can just call me by any of these things. I'm a nurse in the UK here, originally from Ghana. I like traveling a lot, and I also like exploring. And I also believe that every nurse should explore and travel to any country that they want.
Yeah.
The fact that you were trained in Nigeria does not mean that you should
stay there.
Yeah, you should practice in Nigeria till the end of your nursing career or before you retire. So in the comment section. Well, let me close the comment section. So yeah, I am very someone who is passionate about traveling, and not just traveling. Traveling that will yield fruit, especially if you're a professional. You have to let your craft be seen in other countries, and a lot of nurses are looking to travel to other places, and that is what I talk about mainly on my YouTube channel. On TikTok, yes. So today we are going to talk about Finland, and I'm happy to share what I know.
Amazing. Thank you very much, KL, because it's not everyone who will be willing to share the information they have for free. So I really appreciate the time you've given for this live session. So if I was just about asking you what inspired you to research and share this pathway with others, but then I think you've added that to your introduction. So now let's move straight into the work pathway for nurses, midwives, and caregivers in Finland. So my first question will be, what are the key steps someone must take to move to Finland as a nurse, midwife, or a carer?
All right, so I always say that there should be a drive. And there are a lot of countries in the world, and before you choose a particular country, you should have a you shouldn't go there just because you hear that there is opportunity there or some colleagues are going there. Is that your dream country? Is that the place you want to work? Well, you can also start from somewhere and move to your dream country.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you have to have that kind of
Desire.
yeah, you have to have the desire that you want to work in a country because all of these countries come with some struggles and some difficulties along the way. But you don't get into the middle and say, oh, that way I'm just a qualifier. You have to write IELTS, you have to write this. Yeah. So first of all, you have to have a strong desire to work in Finland.
Mm-hmm.
So apart from that, the rest is up to you to carry. Now, let's talk about even why you have to work in Finland as
yeah.
If that one will come subsequently, when you ask me,
don't worry, tell us why.
So I'm just doing it as how I do it on my time. So,
yeah.
Why you have to move to Finland?
Yeah.
Or in the first
Yep.
place.
Yep.
Now, when you work in Finland, you have competitive salaries. Yeah, your basic salary, or your starting salary can start from 3,000 euros.
That's a lot of money.
500 euros, and this depends on the experiences and where you are going to work as well. Mm-hmm. And if you are a caregiver or the practical nurse, you can earn a little over 2,200 euros to 2,800 euros per month. Mm-hmm. And also, you're able to move with your family, which most of us are looking at. You don't want to go to a country and feel bored. You can relocate with your family. Mm-hmm. And unlike what the UK wants to do now, your wife shouldn't, or your spouse, or your partner, your husband shouldn't have a degree or a diploma. You can just relocate with any qualification of your partner. And also, there is no employee protection. If you go to Finland, the employees are protected a lot. They make sure that your conditions of services are always top notch. And that is why Finland has consistently been ranked as the happiest country in the world. Wow. Now, if you don't know, every year they rank the countries in the world, and Finland, for the past 9 years, they are moving first.
Wow. One of the most happiest. So if they are rated the first, then they are the happiest country.
Yes. Globally. I went there this year. We went to Finland.
Yeah.
We saw that you will see people smiling on the street, like because that they are the happiest country in the world, they'll be smiling. It's not like that, but basically they have everything that they need.
Okay.
The system is so good. The tram will come, and even when you board the bus or the train, you are not even obliged to show any ticket because they trust everybody. They know that everyone is going to buy the ticket and show me your ticket or something like that. So they have everything at their disposal, and that is one of the things that relates to them being happy. And I spoke to a few of the locals. They say that, well, that is how they have rated us, but sometimes we don't always feel happy. I understand that that they are on top of their game as a country. Yeah. Now, do we go to how to register or?
Yeah. So the question was, okay, you've answered the key step there. So your key step to this is having a desire, and then number 2, knowing the specs, the reasons why, things you should look out for, which are the positives you've talked about. And then my next question is, what documents or qualifications must be assessed or recognized before applying to get a PIN or license with Finland? Also, in a nutshell, what are the step-by-step guide?
Okay, so let me take you through from the first step of becoming a nurse. So, as we all know, there are nurses in midwifery council.
Yeah, Neske Hobby, I don't know, but I feel your volume is a bit low. I don't know if those on YouTube are able to hear you out well.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's better now. Good.
You sure?
Yeah. It sounds better. No worries. Along the line, if I feel it's low, I'll let you know.
Okay. Oh, we have a lot of people here. 127 people.
Yeah, already.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So let's go on. So the first step is to contact the Valvira and submit your documents. So Valvira basically is just like their Nurses and Midwifery Council. They oversee most of the professional bodies in Finland and the medicine side, the nursing, midwifery, and all those people. So you are going to submit your documents to them, and you have to start by submitting your foreign verification qualification to Valvira. So this means that you're going to submit your nursing degree or whichever nursing qualification that you have, and also your submission or your certificate will be verified, and it will be checked whether it meets the Finnish standard. Okay. Because when you send it to them, they have to go through to see that it meets their standard. Okay. So if needed, you have to also complete a verification or additional training. For example, if they go through your documents and they realize that you still need additional training, they will tell you and they will give you a pathway that you can go through to get the additional training. My boss is here and she's showering me with this. Thank you.
I can see Tilly. Tilly, we see you. Bless you.
And also, the fourth thing that you have to do is to provide a language proficiency, and many people think that has been a stumbling block for them because you have to prove that you can speak Finnish, and also you have to, if you can prove it Finnish, you can also do Swedish because most of the population speak these languages, and about 86 to 87 of the population speak Finnish as their first language, and around 5 to 6 speak Swedish. And this Swedish, even though it has a lesser percentage, is taught in schools and is mandatory, and they expect that you should be able to speak some of these languages. And you have to prove. You don't have to just say that, oh, I know how to speak Finnish and I can speak. You have to prove it. And I think that is why a lot of people are finding it difficult to go through the application successfully because of the language proficiency.
Okay, so just as when migrating to the UK, you can speak English.
Yeah.
You and I can speak English. We still had to prove our English proficiency by writing the IELTS or the OET. Okay.
Yeah, so they expect you to also speak Finnish. And they have a place that you can go for all these trainings as well. And you can start by, if you have the strong desire, I always think that people who are about to complete school or still young should take this route because you have the desire to learn new languages and all. I know that most of us who are very old think that learning Finnish can be very difficult for them, but they don't expect much from you. They just want you to be able to speak at B2 level, the basic level of independent language proficiency that you need, so that you can practice safely, communicate with your patients and your residents. Yeah. So basically, these are the steps that you have to go through.
Okay. And definitely, I'm going to be asking you follow-up questions. Thank you very much, Tilly. I'm going to be asking you follow-up questions so that people can, it can be broken down to the minutest details for our community members. So what documents? You mentioned their NMC body. Can you please pop the name in the comment section for us?
So you just go on to Google and type Valvira.
Valvira.
Yeah, I have left it in the comment section.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Let me see if I will be able to pin it. I don't know how to do it, but okay, so start comment. Great. You can't pin comments when there are start comments. Okay. So I think I've started that comment. I don't know what it has done to it in the comment section. So what documents or qualifications must be assessed or recognized? Let's talk about just the documents you need.
Okay, yes. So as I said earlier, they need to assess your diploma certificate, the most important thing, your nursing qualification. Then after they've gone through, they will come back with the feedback. So basically, all that they need from you are your passport, the basic one, your passport, your diploma certificate as well. Then the time goes on, they update their system on the qualification that they need from us. But basically, they need your passport to prove that you are indeed the person you are.
Yeah.
Saying.
Yeah.
And also, they need your qualification as well.
Yep.
And also, they need your language proficiency.
Language proficiency. Okay. Okay. Great. So, in terms of qualification, you mentioned diploma. You know, with some countries, the minimum qualification is a degree. So, meaning with Finland, even with diploma, you are good to go.
Okay. So, if for the international registrations, most of the time, they state that they need your diploma, your nursing diploma. Now, we also have to look at the nursing diploma and the degree are sometimes used interchangeably. Sometimes, unless you test the system, that you know this particular one that they need from you.
Yeah.
Now, this is the first research I did. I haven't gone in the further diploma nurses are eligible, but I think that you just have to test the system. Unlike the one we did recently on Iceland, on the system, they said that they want the nursing diploma.
Yeah, diploma.
But now they come up with a new requirement. They saw that a lot of people were applying because that video has gotten more than 15,000.
Yes, I saw it yesterday.
A lot of people are applying and they want to make their system a bit rigid. You know? A lot of people apply, they try to make the system a bit rigid.
To control it.
Proficiency for Iceland. So initially it wasn't a requirement. So we just read about it.
So what about caregivers? Is it the same?
So with caregivers, it's basically the same, but you also have to prove with your B2 qualification as well in Finnish because they need it for you to communicate with them. Now let's not jump from the nurses and midwife. Let me go back to the nurses and midwife. So I also want to emphasize that the best pathway for you to work in most of these countries that have language barrier is also to school there. Because when you start the schooling, as you school, you learn the language alongside.
Exactly. Yeah.
Before you gain entry to the schools, you don't need the Finnish or those languages before you can start the process. So most of the time, some of them will just require you to maybe have an IELTS qualification. Okay, my voice is gone. Is my voice back?
Come again.
Oh, you went off briefly.
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to increase the brightness of my phone.
So as I said, the best pathway for people to move to Iceland, Finland, Luxembourg, those countries that have languages barrier is to start with school. For example, if you have a diploma, you can go and do your degree in nursing there. And as you are schooling, you'll be learning the language alongside, and you'll be initiated into programs. You go for placement, and during those periods, you learn the language alongside. So by the time you complete, you become fully equipped with all the basic English or all the basic language qualifications in that country, so that you can practice effectively.
Amazing.
Now, on my video that I did on YouTube is quite in depth with the requirements and the schools that you have to choose, because I mentioned some of the schools, and some of the schools will give you scholarship as well. We all know that Finland gives a lot of scholarship to students who come there to learn.
International students.
In my YouTube channel, I talked a lot about the schools as well, because I even mentioned that was the best pathway for me if I'm going to Finland now to study. I won't even talk to Valvira because I know that I can learn Finnish, but I'll go through a school which will ask me for some basic entrance exams. Some of them will let you do an entrance exams in English, math, and science, or depending on the school, some of them will ask you to do IELTS as well.
So that answers Miss Brown's question in the comment section. She was asking, can I come through the education route? So you've got the answer. The answer is yes, because that's one of the ideal routes you can use to, migrate over to Finland to work as a nurse or midwife. But then I was trying to see, somebody asked a question. I was trying to see if yeah. So Henry Jr. said, can I apply for university with TVET, TVET certification? I don't know if you know what he's talking about.
I think TVET is TVET like vocational something.
Yeah, so please, whoever asked that question, please clarify your question so we can best.
I think TVET is vocational qualification. Yeah, it's a technical and vocational education qualification training. Oh, okay. So once again, you can also become a practical. I don't know if we have to talk about. It's time for us to talk about nurse assistant or
let's talk about that later in the Otherwise, we will be. Do you get me? We'll be mixing up. Yeah. So, who is responsible for evaluating foreign healthcare qualifications in Finland? Is it the Valvira?
Yes. Board? Yeah. Okay. So it's the Valvira that is who go through all of these things. Yeah.
Okay. Now, my next question. I'll come there, but somebody may need to go off for other responsibilities and all that. So I wanted to ask this question. You talked about the first step is to submit your diploma or degree certificate so that they can vet it, they can review it to see if it's equates to DS. Is there a fee you need to pay for that? Because some countries like Australia, the first step, the self-assessment, you don't need to pay anything until you are done with the self-assessment. How is it with Finland? Do you need to pay before?
Oh yes, you have to pay
before they can assess your documents. Okay, great.
Yes, you need to pay. You need to pay before they do the assessment for you. I think that is around 75 years. I'll give you the actual figure before we finish.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So are there any differences between the process for nurses or midwives, or is the same process?
It's the same. It's the same.
Okay, what about caregivers, care assistants?
So Valvira does not explicitly say or verify care assistant.
Okay.
It's just like the same process. Care assistant, you don't need
a license.
Yeah, you don't need an actual license. So Valvira does not do anything with care assistant as well.
Okay. Wonderful. So so now let's move to. Okay.
Let me talk about the fees.
Okay.
The whole process involves two processes. So the first one is the recognition.
That's
when we talk about getting your documents recognized. And you're going to pay 470 euros for that. Yes, and also after that, you have to go through the legalization process, which is 240 euros. Yeah.
Okay. So the fees are two. The recognition fees and then the legalization.
It's two steps. Yeah, so basically it's two steps. You get your documents verified or recognized, and that is the 470 euros. So when you become successful, then you do the legalization, the final one, which is 240 euros.
Okay, wonderful. So Bali Dawa, I think I've answered your question in the comment section. She's asking what level of midwives can be able to get into Finland. The minimum is from diploma upwards. Okay. So now let's move a little bit deeper into the language and cultural requirements. Are there specific language proficiency levels required to work as a nurse in Finland? You've mentioned the B2 level. Can you please go a little bit into that? And then my follow-up question will be, how important is the Finnish or Swedish language when applying for jobs or schools?
So let me talk about the English, the language requirements. I mentioned that we need either Swedish or Finnish. You need the basic level. The basic level is B2. Yeah, so you don't need much. Finnish or Swedish.
Oh, okay.
Now, most of the schools, as I said, they will probably ask you to maybe write some entrance exams or provide some IELTS proficiency. And I even have a list of some of the schools, like Southeastern Finland University of Applied Sciences. They will ask you for an IELTS and the minimum score is 6.
Wow.
And Kajani University will ask you to do a maths and an English entrance only. And schools like Lapland University.
So hold on with that. The uni that's asking you to sit a maths and English, is it irrespective of whether you've already schooled? You already have maths and English on your WASI or wherever you are coming from. You've done those two. You still have to sit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some of them will want you to do the entrance exam. Some of them too will like you to do the IELTS proficiency. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you were still mentioning some schools.
Yeah. So basically, these are the top 3 schools that I talked about. But there are a whole lot of schools that people can apply to. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now,
some of these schools are going to give you scholarship.
Wow.
Southeastern Finland will give you 10 to 35% scholarship. Yeah, so most of the schools will give you scholarship to practice or learn in their universities.
Universities, amazing. So that means the route you can either go through via the education route or you can go through via your profession. So can someone start learning Finnish from their home country before applying for their license to work as nurses or midwives?
Yes, so you can start from somewhere. Basically, you can start from YouTube or get some online tuition as well. And in the video that I did on my YouTube channel, I gave some links, some websites in there that you can just click on them and you can start the learning online. And when you become proficient, you're going to get your B2 certificate to apply. Yeah.
Amazing. So that means that people can get, genuine websites on YouTube to start learning their Finnish.
Yes. I left some under my YouTube video as well. Okay. Those are the ones that I came up with.
Wonderful. I'm sure people will go check it out after this live session. Again, on the language proficiency. So can people write the test in their home countries, or they have to travel over to Finland to write that?
So with the English proficiency, with the ones that I did on my
YouTube video,
under my YouTube videos, that one there are 2. One of them you have to be in Finland. The other one you can do it online. Yeah.
Okay, that's for the Finnish language, right?
For the Finnish language.
Wonderful. So if a school is asking for English proficiency, that's IELTS. So is the usual British Council IELTS they need?
Yeah, they don't need IELTS training or
they need the IELTS academic. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. And the minimum is 6.
Yeah, for most schools it's 6.
It's 6. Amazing. So Kelby, where can people find legitimate job opportunities as a healthcare worker in Finland? So now, let me ask this question before you answer this one. So in the step-by-step guide, you get everything. So the main exam, there is nothing like writing NCLEX. There is nothing like any MCQs, CBT, or OSCE. All you need is to get your certificate verified with their board, get your language proficiency, and then you are good to go to get your PIN.
Yes, there is no exams involved.
No extra exams.
Yeah, the only time you will need exams is when, or you need some training is when they tell you that your qualification does not meet their standard. They put you into something that they call the sailor program.
The sailor program. Okay. So with this sailor program, is it also paid at a fee?
So I'm not sure with that, but it will come with a fee. And the sailor program is basically supporting immigrants in learning and assessment. And they partner with some universities to do this training for individuals who background is not very strong when it comes to the nursing profession, or they think that they might need some training.
Yeah.
And this is mainly 6 to 1 year training.
Wow.
Yeah. And during those time, they will take you through some bridging programs. So basically, it's just like a school. And I don't think it's free, and I'm not sure of the amount itself. Yeah.
Okay. So do you know anybody who has gone through this and you know, do you get what I mean?
Yes. So I don't know them in person, but I've seen people who are already there. I tried to reach out to a few of them when I went to Finland, but it looked like they were very busy, so I couldn't get hold of them. And most of them used the school route that I'm saying. They didn't go through Valvira. And as I said, before you go through Valvira, you have to get your language proficiency. And most of us are not ready to learn the tongue. So we have to go to school. And I wanted to get through someone who went there through school, but he was in the rural area and I was in the city. So
wonderful. Now, you know, with the Norway process, Norway also needs you to prove your you need a language proficiency. You need to write a test, the Norwegian language. But how they do this is, even if you haven't yet sat the Norwegian language test, you can still, you know, get a job, go over to Norway, start working while you are learning towards the exam. You write it, and then you can get your pin. Just as when the sponsorship route for UK was there, you know, we write our IELTS at CBT, and then we get jobs. We come over to the UK. We are sponsored to write our OSCE before. So we are working, you know, as kind of healthcare assistants or midwifery support workers before we get our PIN. Is it how is it like with Finland? Is it that with Finland you definitely need to get the Finnish language completed before you can enter into the country?
Yes, of course. You need it before, you know, they have a two-process system. The first one is the recognition. And during the recognition, you have to provide that you can speak Finnish. So if you are not able to provide it, you can move from the recognition to the legalization.
Okay. So with the Finnish or Swedish language test, is it you know the IELTS is not like really related to healthcare. The questions you meet in IELTS is not healthcare questions. Is it the same with this Finnish language proficiency test?
Yes, so basically they are going. It's a general test for you. It's not directed to it's not
Healthcare.
directed to the healthcare. Yeah.
Okay. Do you recommend people using recruitment agencies or applying directly to employers?
Whichever works for you. So far as you are not paying anyone huge monies to get it done. And I realized that a lot of the people that they recruit to Finland as care workers, most of them are Filipinos, and
Okay.
recognize to the extent that they have doing a dedicated site for them to go and learn the Finnish language. And I left that site on my channel as well. If you want to finish, you go through that process and you get it done. So it doesn't matter if you really want to practice there, whoever gets you there, whether you get an agency or you can facilitate the process yourself, you just have to go for it.
Yeah. So can you mention, if you can, some of the agencies people should look out for if they want to go through agencies?
Yeah. So I only came across FinCare. So
FinCare.
FinCare. So they directly deal with people like us, and they will take you through the program and place you at places that need you or facilities that need you as care assistant. These are for care assistant.
Okay.
They also have people that they can speak to as well. And if you want to work in a hospital, if you have gone through the process, you just have to search for any hospital there that is looking for jobs like we did for Iceland. Just look for any big hospital, then you go to their job portals and apply.
Okay. So since you mentioned FinCare, who deals with care assistants, can we talk about the process for care assistants?
So with the care assistant, basically you just have to be interested in care, previous care experiences at last, and you should be able to speak Finnish B2 level
as well.
Yeah, you can't skip the Finnish language because they think about safety, and you know that all of these jobs that we do comes with caring for people and ensuring safety and all. And if you're going to take care of an old woman who cannot speak English, you're going to be in trouble. Yeah. So they always want people in care to have basic Finnish language proficiency. Now, if you go on to FinCare website, they have a link for overseas people to apply. And
amazing.
You can meet all the criteria now as we are talking about. If you don't have the Finnish language, you cannot move to the next stage of the whole process.
Okay, so the main thing, let me say, the main foundation is getting your Finnish proficiency done.
Yeah, that's the main hurdle for most of us, getting the Finnish proficiency. And they know that this is a problem. So if you go into the FinCare website, they have a link for people to go through and learn the Finnish language.
Wow.
You can upload it and they'll get home.
Yeah. So if you are with the care assistants, you don't need to have healthcare background. Everybody can.
Yes, everybody, but you also have to know that you'll be competing with people who have.
Yeah.
You might be a bit disadvantaged.
Yeah, I get that. So if you are somebody who is interested in, healthcare, you can look into going over to Finland as a healthcare assistant. So I'm sure next KLB, you can pop the name of the agency in the comment section for those who are interested. So Yima, I can see you are asking for a link on TikTok Live. We can't pop links in here, so you put the name in the comment section, copy it and paste it in your browser, and you should be able to find them.
There was an agency that was taking carers without Finnish. But their aim is to take you there and take you through all the Finnish, the basics. But
wow.
Yeah, but their program, they came out recently that they have enough people to do applications. Yeah. Okay. So if you're looking for the link, you can just Google FinCare. But if you want the full video or the full insight on what you are saying, just check on my YouTube channel.
Wonderful. So Kofi Jordan, I can see a message from Kofi Jordan, and he's asking, how are you doing today, Kofi? I'm doing well. I'm sure KLB is also fine since he's sitting here with me. Please, do you need language requirements for Finnish? Yes, you need language requirements. You need to prove your language proficiency in either Finnish or Swedish language. So, KLB, what types of employers in Finland usually hire international healthcare workers? Is it the public sector or the private?
Yeah, so during our initial searches, we didn't focus much on those recruiting. We just focused on how to become a nurse or how to become a practical nurse in Finland. And we saw that if you get these skills, you are in a good position to get jobs there. But basically, of course, the hospitals will be recruiting, and FinCare also do placement for people in hospitals and in care homes as well.
Amazing. So you want to say that it is both public and private sectors?
Yeah, public and private. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's move on to you've mentioned a little bit about using the education route, but as I said, can we go a little bit? I've got some questions in there so we can break it down a little bit more for people. And I'm sure somebody may have just joined in and these questions are going to help them. How can international students apply to study nursing or midwifery in Finland?
Yeah, so basically I said it and I mentioned some of the schools. So for example, if you go to Southeastern Finland University of Applied Sciences, they have a dedicated link for international people to apply. And this is applicable if you're already a nurse, you can apply. If you want to start from the basic, if you just completed one, you also have a Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Great. So are there any you've mentioned the scholarships. You've mentioned the scholarship. You mentioned 10 to 30% scholarships.
Yeah, 10 to 35%.
35%. Okay. So do Finnish nursing schools accept international students without Finnish language skills?
Yeah. So that's what I said. You have to meet their requirements, and the easiest ones are doing an entry exam, so getting an IELTS score.
Wonderful. Okay. So what's the difference between, I don't know if you've got answer to this question, what's the difference between studying at a University of Applied Sciences and a regular university?
So basically, it's just like asking the difference between studying at ANUSC and studying at Tamale University, University of Development Studies. So they are just the same, but just that one is more tech based. For example, if the institution started with sciences or they started as a science based university, as they grow, they involve other businesses or other courses into them. It still remains a science based university, but they also offer public courses or other non-science courses. I don't know if I'm making sense. So now most of the universities are the same, whether they are science based or they are non-science based. So yeah, basically that's about them.
Okay. Nana Owusu is on the guest seat. Nana Owusu, if you've got a question, you can unmute yourself and ask.
No one is on the guest seat.
Oh, okay. So what am I seeing? I can see Nana Owusu on the guest seat. Okay. Wonderful. Now let's move on to visa and residence info. What kind of visa or residence permit does someone need to work or study in Finland in the healthcare field?
So I don't know much about their visa system, but I know that if you are a student and you apply as a student, you're going to get these student visas, and these student visas allow us to work for some period of time, which I'm not so sure. Yeah, but you have to be able to work with a student visa because, of course, you have to pay your bill. And also, as a nurse, of course, you're going to get your permanent stay to your permanent license to work as we all have here, and as time goes on, you get your residency permit as well.
Okay. And can students or workers eventually apply for permanent residence? Or you've mentioned they can bring their dependents, their family members.
Oh yeah, they can. And also, let me say this: in Finland, as students, you can work 30 hours. You know, in UK,
wow, 20 hours. Okay, so that's more money for students, and they can move on to permanent residence.
Yeah, so obviously, if I go to Finland to school to do my nursing, I will get job immediately because nurses are always well sought after, and you get your nursing job. Of course, you are on your pathway to getting your resident permit.
Wonderful. Do you have any idea how many years, for example, nurses would have to stay in the country before getting their permanent residence?
I'm not sure, but we can still look into it.
Okay, amazing. Now, challenges and caution. What are some common mistakes or misconceptions people have about moving to Finland for healthcare or study? I mean, healthcare work or study.
I think that one of the biggest challenges will be the language barrier. Yeah, people think that it's something that they can do, they can study in Finland. And I understand if I want to go to Finland right now, I'll be very reluctant to speak or start learning the Finnish language on its own before I go. But I always encourage people to go through school route because if you go through your school route, it's more safer. You learn the language, learn the culture, learn how nursing is practiced. You get your colleagues, and you be on a day-to-day basis learning the whole system of nursing in Finland. And I give the Nigerians a big applause because Nigerians have taken this opportunity and this clapping Nigerians.
I'm clapping for them. As for them, when they hear the thing, they will just do it. Their action.
Nigerians are very forceful, and
they will just do it.
Yeah, a lot of Nigerians in Finland who are studying as nurses, and they're doing well.
When I went to Albania, you hardly see an African there. The first African I saw, I wasn't surprised. He said it was a Nigerian. I was like, I'm not surprised. they will just grab the opportunity and off they go. So, are there any red flags to watch out for when dealing with agents or recruiters or job offers?
Yeah, so obviously if they ask you to pay him some sort of money, you have to run for your life.
So wait, does it mean that if you are working with an agency, they shouldn't ask you for money?
Well, it should be justified. For example, if you ask me to pay so that you enroll me in a Finnish school or get my Finnish certificate, it's of course understandable. But if you say, hey, if you meet someone, they ask you to pay 50 euros and I'll give you a Finnish certificate without you even learning.
Yeah, writing the exam. Yeah.
Most of them are very obvious. You just basically don't pay any money that is not justifiable. And even if I ask you to pay monies to me and I will enroll in your school, you have to do your own test to see that the that you are dealing with, indeed there. Not everyone who is having a website is legit. Yeah, you have to know that. Yeah.
So, you've mentioned that under the description section of the video you've made about the step-by-step guide to migrating to Finland, you've popped links there because I was going to ask any recommended websites or resources people can trust for up-to-date info. Info.
If you want any info on Valvira, just go onto their website, just search for Valvira, and all the information that you need will be there. And if you want any recruitment agencies, start with Finker, look at what they are doing, and if there are any other options, just go for it. Yeah.
Wonderful.
There might be a whole lot of them, but I couldn't get the chance to get all the agencies. Yeah.
Okay. So this question I've been waiting to ask. So when you went to Finland this year, how was it? The ratio of the English language spoken in the country to Swedish or Finnish? How was it?
I never heard anyone speak Swedish or even Finnish. Everyone was basically speaking English.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah, my boss is here. Everyone speaks English. But the old people, they are just concerned about the older people.
Yeah.
The new people, we are always trying to communicate in
English.
Yeah. And well, let me say this. If you go onto their bus system or their train system, everything is in Finnish anyway. But when they are talking to you and you speak your English, they are able to
respond to you.
Simple English. Yeah.
Okay. It's reassuring to know that when you go there, you can talk to people in English. Because there is a different thing. Writing the exam to prove your proficiency is another thing, living your everyday life speaking the language. Xavier don't say, so where do I start from? Xavier don't, I guess you just joined in. So we've handled all of that. The first step Manuel Yeboah has mentioned is your desire to go over, your desire to migrate over to Finland and then get your documents, your diploma, your degree, nursing or midwifery certificate, send it over to Valvira, that's the Nursing and Midwifery Council, for verification. And he mentioned the prices, the fees that is involved in this whole process. So as usual, what I do, KLB, is that after every live session, if it's about a particular country, I do put a post of the estimated cost involved from start to finish. So yeah, I hope your question have been answered, Xavier Adam. But then if you didn't get it, you want more, please do well to watch the replay. The replay is going to be available on my YouTube channel, Using Greatness TV. It's the same name you see on my TikTok page. Find it, watch the replay, and if you've got any further questions, you can either pop it in the comment section on YouTube, or you can get in touch with myself or KLB. As well, KLB has got a video on this step-by-step guide on his YouTube channel as well. And he's mentioned that in the description section, there are links there. I'm going to pop those links as well in the description of this replay, so it makes things easier for all of you guys. So KLB has got a visitor around. His mom is in the country with him, so we are not going to keep him here too much. So if you've got questions, we are almost rounding up. If you've got questions and you want to join the guests, if this is the time to join. If also you want to ask it in the comment section, that's fine. You can quickly pop it in the comment section. So we've got KLB here to answer before he leaves. So your final ideas, what would your top 3 tips for someone who is seriously considering Finland? Your top 3 tips for them.
Start early. Be willing to learn the language, and don't give up because the process can be hectic.
Okay. Thank you. Great. Now, this is one question that I should have asked. How long does the process take?
So you have to send yours and get feedback. So basically, it depends on how fast you send yours.
Okay.
And get the feedback, and it shouldn't be more than a year. And I think that if it's more than a year and you've not heard from you, they'll take you from the system.
Okay. So okay, you were saying, sorry.
I think we have something more to cover, but we haven't. It's how to become also a practical nurse in Finland.
Okay, tell us about that.
So it's going to be very short, I promise you.
You know what? Before we go into that, so that we don't miss Twist Parker's question, you know, when the comments come in, it just goes up. He's asking, what about the study route? Any advice?
So, Twist Parker, that is the best option for you. Thank you very much. That is the best option for you. And even if I want to go to Finland to practice now, I would choose the study route because the IELTS score is quite low.
It's low.
35% scholarship maximum. And you can also work roughly 30 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So why not? Go for it. You don't actually need any advice. The only advice I will give you now is to just go for it.
Just go for it. Go for it. I was just saying to a friend of mine that, you know, when these routes open, when the portals, when they open their gates, it closes too. So when you see it, grab it before these doors close. You know, some months back we were talking about Iceland and it was diploma and all of that. Somebody got in touch with me, and you've mentioned it too, that she applied for the job. They got back to her, and then later the same job, when another person was applying for it, the minimum qualification was degree. When she applied with her diploma and it was acceptable. So things are changing, rules are changing, things are evolving. So when you hear about it, go for it. Great. So can we Demand Perfumes and More says any school recommendations for midwives?
Midwives, you might chase me. Once again, I did not directly see any school for midwives. Most of the schools we saw, if you go to the website, you see net, but that does not mean that you cannot also school there as a midwife. You just have to sit on your own, or maybe I should just do something for midwife. Now, ever since that video, anything that I do, I include midwife.
You better do.
Something big for midwife.
You better do. Wonderful. Thanks, Tilly. You are pampering KLB. Bless you. Yeah. So I share. Uko is back. So let's move on to guys. Tilly is going to come on a live session with me. She's given all her time to her job and to her boss. But then we are trying to find out if we can get some, small time with her so she can come talk to you about an English route that she's been dying to talk about to you guys,
Next week,
my community
don't
members.
worry.
Okay.
Next week.
Personal assistant. I did not swap it. Okay. So let's go through the nurse practitioner route.
Okay, so let's talk about this. And I think that most midwives, public health nurses, some nurses, not all of us can become nurses at a go or at a point in time.
Mm-hmm.
With Finland, they have a vocational school called Sami Edu. The first time I heard this name, I thought it was someone from Ghana who went to
Me too.
It's called Sami Edu. Sami. On my filter,
yeah.
Sami Edu. I wanted to type it in the.
My number.
Let me do it this way. Sami. Oh yeah, they say they are back, but
Great.
It should be together. Oh, okay, they say they are back. So it's
okay.
Sami Edu. And yeah, what they do is that they give everyone the chance, whether you just finished senior high school or if you're a public health nurse.
Hey, RNPs is here.
RNPs here, that's it. If you're a public health nurse assistant, enrolled nurse, and you want to be a nurse assistant in Finland, you can enroll in Sami Edu and they will teach you, and within some few months you become a nurse assistant. Wow. And this is free. The tuition is free. You don't have to pay for it.
I told him I'm in same back. Why?
I didn't be there once.
Hey! Oh, okay. Let's talk about that. So, with a nurse practitioner,
it's a nurse assistant.
Okay. Nurse assistant or practical nurse. Okay.
It's just like a nurse assistant.
Yeah.
Supervision of a nurse.
Okay. So, without any nursing background, you can still get in touch with these people, get enrolled, and
yeah.
Okay. Let's go into it.
So, if you finish senior high school, or as I mentioned, public health nurses, enrolled nurse, midwife, diploma nurses, anyone who has interest to become a practical nurse or a nurse assistant in Finland, you go to Sami Edu and you can enroll with them, and the tuition is free.
Wow.
But for that, you have to travel to Finland to go and do an assessment test. And this assessment test is going to be in Finnish. And they need the Finnish B2 level for you to be able to do this interview. They want to assess your Finnish, and they want to do it in person. I'm best to computer now you say, how are you in Finnish? And someone will tell you from the other side, or you will be having a small earpiece in your ears to answer the So they want you to be there in person, and they are going to interview you in Finnish. So there is always a way. You have to start learning your Finnish right now.
That's even an opportunity to get, a visa over to the country,
Yeah. So, those are the ways that you can also become a nurse assistant or a practical nurse in Finland.
So with this interview you are talking about, is it with the, what was the name, Sami Edu? Is it with the Sami? So the Sami Edu, are they a university? What are they? Are they an agency?
It's a vocational school. It's just like vocational school in Ghana or Ghana. It's just like maybe a polytechnic.
I get you.
Yeah.
Okay. So they are going to interview you, not an employer. They want to interview you before you start the school.
Yeah, they want to know that you can speak Finnish before they enroll you.
And it's open to everybody across the globe. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah. That's great. And it's tuition free. So with this one that you have to travel over to Finland for the interview and all of that, is it sponsored? Since it's tuition free.
It's not sponsored. No. You probably thought it's almost sponsored.
Hey, this interview, dear. Hey. School interview, so Jimmy took Kwanyako or big minds and Sana interview. Ah, we are in
Anyway,
a
it's good for people who are already in Europe. And initially, I think when they started, they didn't think about people who travel that far for this opportunity. So basically, it was for people in Europe. But people, they realized that people are coming overseas to do them. They said, okay, if you want to come, we won't restrict you, but just meet these um, steps and get your license, get your visa, and come over for the interview. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, if you just joined in on YouTube, you're welcome. This is Josephine Greatness on Josephine Greatness TV. Today we are talking about how to migrate to Finland as a nurse, midwife, or nursing assistant. Yeah. So we are just about rounding up, and before we go with the nurse assistant, KLB, is there any other information you would want to add on to it?
So I don't have any information I want to add. All I want to say is that if you feel that you are trapped in your profession and you can't relocate, if you are a public health nurse, let's say, if you are a certificate enrolled nurse, and you don't want to further your education and you think that you are well then finished, then you might probably look into it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, who should not consider this pathway? When I say this pathway, I'm not only talking about the health assistance, I'm talking about everything we've talked about migrating over to Finland. For example, is it too difficult or expensive?
I won't say it's expensive, but I would say if you are not willing to learn the different language, yeah, you shouldn't consider that. Finland can be very cold. So if you are someone who don't like cold areas, you can also ignore this place. But you also have to know that most of the homes in Finland has their own sauna. If you are on a sauna,
Wow.
we're colder, then you go and
Oh mine, oh mine.
but most of the places have their
Wow.
own
That's
sauna.
amazing. So comparing Finland to Iceland in terms of the weather.
You know, there's not always keeps the thing, but when we went to Finland, it was very warm there.
Okay. It was your summer. Yeah.
But I'm not sure about Iceland. I haven't been there before, but I think that place is also cool. You looking at their name.
The name, if that's well as I said, you can just know that. See the name of the country, nice ice.
Yeah, but Finland is just stable. Yeah, summer was okay. Yeah.
That's amazing, amazing. So, guys, these are my questions for you, KLB. I don't have any more questions. If anybody has got a question, I can see the question on YouTube. Please break it down. Registered nurse. So I think this question has been answered during the session already. So I wouldn't read that again. If anybody wants to join the guest seat, you are free to join it now because we are rounding up. If you want to pop your question in the comment section, if you've popped your question in the comment section and we've not addressed it, that means that it's been mixed up in the numerous messages in the comment section. The Mark says that midwives, yeah, bro, and yeah, is your sister, because it's a specialty, so um, it's quite kind.
All the midwives should see us. We'll be going on live at 8 o'clock Ghana time.
Okay, what's happening? What's the topic?
We talk about increase every week, so yeah,
okay. Yeah.
More the video, but if you don't have a degree, so
okay.
Go and get a degree and come back.
And then come back. So guys, as you heard, yeah, I'm enjoying you. I see I ain't mean can Demand, you welcome. Yes, so please join that live at 8 p.m. UK time. So Bless says, do you have other job roles or only nurses and midwives? So we've talked about healthcare assistants, isn't it?
Yeah, so if they want to learn with somebody that do they can because they just need their work to start.
Great. And Kia Kerato says, I'm a midwife currently working in the Caribbean. I'm interested in relocating. Yeah. So we've gone through the step by step Kia Kerato into details, and we are almost done. But you can watch the replay. The replay is on my YouTube channel, Just in Greatness TV. You can find my YouTube channel link in my TikTok bio. So click on it and watch it. But KLB, just give him a summary. He just joined.
Okay, so here's Toronto. Well, people are trying to come to the Caribbean, and you are also living. That's life. So if you really want to relocate, I don't know if you have a degree. If you have a degree, it will be much easier to just stick to the USA. But if you want to go to Finland, you just have to go through it through the school route because that's the best for me. But if you want to go directly to the Valvira and get your registration, you can also do it as well. Just check the video later on the channel and you see the step by step.
Bless is saying, I'm a bachelor. I have bachelor in biochemistry. I teach science in secondary school. Anything for me?
Yeah, all we can say is that keep on teaching our kids very hard, and we pray that you also find your way out. I don't know if he wants to relocate outside of where he is, but if you want to go into nursing, most of the countries around the world, they have a 3-year master's program that you can enroll in as a nurse. Yeah. I'm coming up with a video about how you can become a nurse in Australia by just going to a school with any degree in 2 years. And this is not new to Australia only, it's also the same in the UK here. Yeah. If you want to be a nurse here, just be willing to pay around £13,000 and you can come here to study to become a nurse if that's what you wanted.
I know there are schools in Germany as well. Germany has got their tuition-free schools, but again, you need to prove your English language proficiency. Sorry, your German language, the Deutsch proficiency, especially if you want to go into nursing or midwifery or medicine. You need to write their language test to get that.
I always say the obstacle is the way. Mm-hmm.
Clear it, and the pathway becomes clear for you to go. Yeah, guys.
The only clear pathway in Bahamas is Panama.
What's it?
I said one of the clearest pathway was Bahamas, but you can't get anyone to
pay the money. Yeah, the fees
and
for
some
you.
Some of them have their pins already, and they are not getting jobs. So, it's about US now.
What's the UK then?
So it takes time. You just don't go after
you. Okay, great. So, guys, if you just joined in, you're welcome. Welcome. Even though we are almost done with the live session, if you've got any questions pertaining to the topic on the screen, you can quickly pop it in the comment section, or you can join the guest seat to ask your questions. Today we've talked about how to migrate to Finland as a nurse, midwife, or healthcare assistant. And I've got here with me Ms. KLB, who has gone through the step-by-step guide with me. As usual, the replay of this live session is going to be available on my YouTube channel, Just in Greatness TV. The link to my YouTube channel is in my TikTok bio. Click on it, go into the live session or the relocation or immigration playlist, and you get this there. As well as usual, after this live session, I'm going to be popping there a summary or an estimate of how much you would need for this migration process to Finland. So watch out for that. Favy says, hello, please. I came late. Can someone travel to Finland with just RM? Yes, you can. With just your RM. You can, dear. Great. KLB, thank you very much. God bless you. I really appreciate you sharing this vital information with us. Guys, make sure you watch the video on KLB's page as well. Okay, that is detailed. And KLB, in that video, I think you shared your screen as well. how they can fill out and all of that.
I always share my screen.
Yeah.
I always share my
Which is
screen.
very, helpful. It helps. Great. Yeah. So this is the end of today's session. It was great having you all here. Those who have followed our profiles, thank you so much. Those who liked it, thank you. Our gifters, thank you so much. Those on YouTube, thank you for joining. It is still just in greatness, your midwife, and make sure you are watching the your midwife series. We are still on season 1. We are talking about pregnancy, and when you see them, you can share it with people. I always say that some some misfortunes could have been um, prevented if people knew, if people had the information, if people had the knowledge. So please do well to share those posts, your midwife series, with people around you. If you've got any woman or you are a man and you know you have a woman in your life, it is very important to share those informations with them. God bless you. And we will see you in our next live session, in our next video. Tomorrow, guys, I'm going to be back here on a live session talking about the step by step guide how you can travel or migrate to Australia to practice in your healthcare profession. So make sure you are joining. It's the same time, 1700 UK time, 1600 Ghana time. Check it. Somebody was asking in the comment section of one of the videos, what was the equivalent time for, is it Sierra Leone or something? I was like, please check it on Google. You can just type it on Google. Google will tell you the equivalent. So yeah, it's tomorrow, 1700 UK time. Those who joined on YouTube, thank you so much for joining. If you've not yet subscribed, make sure you are subscribing to the channel. God bless you all. I'll see you on YouTube. Take care. So I'm ending it here on YouTube. Next year, God bless you.